This is where 12-year-old Joseph spends a lot of his free time, walking through the mangroves and beaches of Bali picking up rubbish.
Times in the rainy season there's a lot of rubbish in the ocean when you go swimming or surfing, and also on the beach, on the sand shore. I try to pick up on streets and rivers more often.
And what Joseph picks up, he repurposes into all sorts of stuff and sells it to raise money, which he puts towards his peers' school fees.
I made just recycling so we can also turn something negative into something positive.
This Friday, Joseph is hoping that he'll be joined by millions of people of all ages all around the world who will be cleaning up their local areas for World Cleanup Day.
It'd be really nice if everybody could get involved. It'd be really good to see that people actually really care about the environment.
World Cleanup Day actually started in Estonia back in 2008, when 50,000 people went out to pick up rubbish in their local environment. But it soon grew as more and more countries got involved. Last year, 19 million participants across the globe helped to clean up 219,000 tonnes of waste. And this year, for the first time, the UN has added World Cleanup Day to its calendar of significant days. If this all sounds familiar to you, it's because we've been doing it here in Australia since the 90s, when Clean Up Australia Day became a thing. It was started by a sailor named Ian Kiernan, who wanted people to clean up the Sydney Harbour.
Here we go.
Dad was really a trailblazer in setting up this sort of activity 35 years ago, and it has had an impact around the world. Just that simple idea that each of us can make a difference.
Pip Keenan is now the chair of Clean Up Australia Day, which is partnering with World Cleanup Day. She says the simple act of picking up rubbish can have a big impact on whole society's attitudes towards waste.
And once you've seen the rubbish when you're cleaning up, you can't unsee it. And that's really powerful because it makes you stop and think about what you're buying, the packaging and waste that each of us generate, and the ways that we can reduce that. And it really does remind us of the power of positive community action.
And that's really important because waste is a huge problem for the whole world.
We have to remember that pollution, and particularly plastic litter, doesn't know boundaries. All the oceans connect, so the point of entry might be another country, but it's all one ecosystem.
A piece of plastic like this can take up to 500 years to break down, and even then it never fully goes away. It becomes a microplastic. Every year in Australia, around 130,000 tonnes of plastic ends up in marine environments, and in many places overseas, it's much worse than that. In fact, 2,000 garbage trucks worth of plastic ends up in the world's oceans, rivers and lakes every year, where it can kill wildlife and even ends up in the human food chain. That's why experts say governments and businesses need to work together to create less waste and manage it properly. But ordinary people can make a difference too. Just ask Joseph.
So there's 3 things. First, if you can, pick up all your plastics, pick it up and throw it in the bin. The second thing, try use a water bottle. The third thing, try to not buy plastic wrapped stuff. Buy products that the plastic can be recycled.